Welcome to Technia TV. Hello, I am Dr. Sandeep Kumar. Today, I am delivering a lecture on testing a research hypothesis using examples Z-test. Now, I have to explain what is non-directional two-tailed hypothesis test, which is described as H1. Non-directional test or two-tailed test are hypothesis test where the alternative hypothesis is stated as not equal to. The researcher is interested in any alternative from the null hypothesis. In a certain exam, it was found that the population mean score for students taking the exam between 2015 and 2018 was 558 plus minus 139, that is mu not equal to sigma. Suppose we select a sample of 100 participants, n equal to 100, we record a sample mean equal to 585. Compute the one independent sample Z-test for whether or not we will retain the null hypothesis, that is mu equal to 558 at a 0.05 level of significance, which is alpha equal to 0.05. Now there are certain steps to solve the hypothesis. Step 1, concern about state the hypothesis. The population mean is 558 and we are testing whether the null hypothesis is or is not correct. Null hypothesis H0 mu equal to 558, that is mean test scores are equal to 558 in the population. Alternative hypothesis represented by H1, which is mu not equal to 558, that is mean test scores are not equal to 558 in the population. Step 2 is concerned about set the criteria for a decision. The level of significance is 0.05, which makes the alpha level alpha equal to 0.05. To locate the probability of obtaining a sample mean from a given population, we use the standard normal distribution. We will locate the Z scores in the standard normal distribution, that are the cutoffs or critical values for sample mean values with less than 5% probability of the occurrence if the value stated in the null mu equal to 558 is true. There is one term, that is the critical value. A critical value is a cutoff value that defines the boundaries beyond which less than 5% of sample means can be obtained if the null hypothesis is true. Sample means obtained beyond a critical value will result in a decision to reject the null hypothesis. In a non-directional two-tailed test, we divide the alpha value in half so that an equal proportion of area is placed in the upper and lower tail. Table gives the critical values for 1 and 2 tail test at a 0.05, 0.01 and 0.001 level of significance. Critical values for 1 and 2 tail test at 3 commonly used level of significance are represented in the table. Now I am explaining the step 3. The probability is less than 5% that we will obtain a sample mean that is at least 1.96 standard deviations above or below the value of the population mean stated in null hypothesis. In this step, we will compute a test statistics to determine whether the sample mean we selected is beyond or within the critical values we stated in step 2. The test statistics for a one independent sample Z-test is called the Z-statistic. The Z-statistics converts any sampling distribution into a standard normal distribution. The Z-statistics is therefore a Z transformation. The solutions of the formula gives the number of standard deviations or Z scores that a sample mean falls above or below the population mean stated in the null hypothesis. We can then compare the value of the Z statistic called the obtained value to the critical values we determined in the step 2. The Z statistic formula is the sample mean minus the population mean stated in the null hypothesis divided by the standard error of the mean. Z statistics equal to Z obtained equal to m minus mu divided by sigma m, where sigma m equal to sigma upon root under n. The Z statistics is an inferential statistics used to determine the number of standard deviations in a standard normal distribution that a sample mean deviates from the population mean stated in the null hypothesis. The obtained value is the value of test statistics. The value is compared to the critical value S of a hypothesis test to make a decision. When the obtained value exceeds a critical value, we decide to reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, we retain the null hypothesis. Sigma m equal to sigma upon root under n. Here, sigma equal to 139 and n equal to 100. So, value of sigma m equal to 13.9. Then compute the Z statistics by substituting the value of the sample mean, which is m equal to 585. The population mean stated by the null hypothesis mu equal to 558 and the standard error we just calculated, which is sigma m equal to 13.9. Then compute the Z statistics by substituting the value of the sample mean, which is m equal to 585. The population mean stated by the null hypothesis mu equal to 558 and the standard error we just calculated sigma m equal to 13.9. After putting all these value, we got Z obtained equal to 585 minus 558 divided by 13.9, which is 1.94. Now, step 4 is concerned about make a decision. To make a decision, we compare the obtained value to the critical values. We reject the null hypothesis if the obtained value exceeds a critical value. Figure shows that the obtained value Z obtained equal to 1.94 is less than the critical value. It does not fall in the rejection region. The decision is to retain the null hypothesis. This is the culmination of my lecture. Hope you will find it beneficial. Watch and subscribe Technia TV for more lecture on research methodology. Thanks a lot.